Hi and welcome to another Golf FM review, this time the Sun Mountain 2022 range of bags, waterproof bags. Principally two types, the staff cart and the light cart. I think these are the ones that are going to sell the most and you're going to see in the shops the most. And just wanted to go through them, have a look at them again and let you know what they're all about. So, first one is the light cart, coming in at £299 this time, and that's cheap, believe it or not. These will mostly be well over £300. Bags have just gone up in price. It's to do with container shipping costs coming over from China being expensive. Bags take up a lot of space. So just to run through it, you've got the staff cart and the light. This one's coming in at 2.9 kilograms and this one's coming in at 2.7. This is a staff cart. This is the light cart. On the face of it, not a massive amount of difference. The staff cart is coming in at £329. So there, and that's cheap again. So it's going to be more expensive than this in most places. These are bigger. This is slightly smaller. This is a tiny bit lighter, but to be honest, the lightness, they both feel quite light. So there's not a lot in it. If I run through the light cart first, I think, quickly. Difference between this and the staff cart is you've got a handle at the front and you've got slightly less pocket space, slightly less pocket options than the staff cart. You've got, on this light cart, the way that it goes onto the trolley, and I can show you this in more detail on another video, but the strap comes round through here, round the handle, and in here. It's slightly fiddlier putting something through here than it is on this one. This is a bigger opening on the staff cart. But they both go on all the trolleys equally well. As you'll see in the other footage I've got, it's not an absolute perfect fit. This is quite square here. And a lot of the trolley cradles are more rounded, so they sit a little bit offset, but they're really solid on it. I mean, they really are tight and they're not wobbling around. So they do fit virtually everything. I've got a Masters Series 5 trolley there that I tried it on and it fitted perfectly well. And then the new FX3 Power Caddy and also the CT6, which was actually just the same cradle anyway. So, features and sort of benefits of this, obviously waterproof. If you don't have this big massive hole in the top, then it's waterproof. They both come with a hood. They are in there. The hood's decent. The hood's got, let me just find it, in there. Just opens up there, and I fitted this on the other day and it actually worked perfectly well. It's just poppers. It's pretty intuitive. It's not difficult. Some American sort of source bags over the years have been particularly noteworthy for their difficulty in actually fitting the rain hood. You know, it's like you need a degree in some sort of science to actually get it on, but it's actually fine to get these on. They're not difficult. So in terms of the differences, you've got big pocket up the front on the staff cart, which you don't have on the light. It's just got a handle in the front. For picking this up and putting it into the boot of the car, you're supposed to grab, there's a bit here, it's like a grab handle here, and then I suppose you're grabbing the edge of that if your putter isn't in the way. Let's try it. That's slightly different, but yeah, that might be fiddly. So you're probably going to go with the side handle and the bit here to get into the car. Somebody also mentioned that they quite prefer the handle on the front here. Sometimes people have a habit of thinking, well, there's a handle here, so let's pick it up that way. And if your pockets are open, all the balls come flying out. So the handle there, some people might prefer that. Some people might prefer the fact that there's more pockets on this one. And that's quite a handy pocket, I think, that one at the top there. Other little things which I quite like on it, the staff cart, for instance, slightly more expensive one. Really good pocket there for your rangefinder just to sit in there, which I think is a great position for it. It's not going to fall out, especially if you think that's sitting on a trolley like that. And it's dead easy to get in and out. I end up using a lot of time my drinks pocket, sort of insulated drinks pocket at the side of my carry bag, and it's kind of tight. My hand in and out of the thing, that seems dead easy. Lots of pocket space on the staff cart. Really, really deep pocket there. You might have to watch how much you fill up the balls into there, because they could actually start spilling out over the side. But I mean, you don't have to put the balls there, you can put them somewhere else. There's, I mean, that pocket, for instance, although I'd probably put teas and pitchforks, stuff like that in there. There's a drink, this is really deep, by the way, you can get a lot in this big pocket here. I think they only use, you could say, well, why didn't they have 2 zips, and then you could have zipped it up here and stopped it, and none of the stuff would have peed out the side of it. It would have, I think what the reason for that in the waterproof bags is that if you create a double zip, you're basically saying it's not waterproof, because that's going to have a very slight leak, because it's not going to seal properly. So you have to have one that goes all the way down to the bottom, and then the water runs off the side of that and doesn't get in. Because the whole point of buying waterproof bags, paying the money for this, is that you don't want water getting into the contents of your bag, especially the pockets. You know, you might be fighting a losing battle in and out on a rainy day, keeping your clubs dry, but you can at least keep wallets, keys, phones, other clothing, towels, gloves, everything else dry within the bag. So you don't want anything that's going to compromise that. So nice pocket here, insulated in there, quite deep as well. Let me just check, you can get Lucozade and stuff like that in there. There we go, there's a bottle of Lucozade out the fridge. So in there, yeah, easy. You could get about 3 or 4 in there probably, if you wanted. Bottles of beer, crisps, bits of meat, whatever you want, keep it cool. Cheeses, wouldn't go off, insulated. So on with the pockets again, so you got all that stuff at the front. The staff cart bag has got big wide pockets on both sides that go all the way up and down. The only thing I would say about this one, the Lite, is this is your main clothing pocket, which is big, but you're kind of going up this way to get into it. Now, it isn't actually a problem. If I get a jacket, right, magically got a jacket in my hand now, put this in here, and I could put trousers on top of that, and they would just start to fill this upper space anyway, and you could pull them out, no bother. So actually isn't a problem. It's maybe just arguably slightly easier to be able to see what's going on with that bigger pocket that goes all the way up. But I mean, the actual space that you're giving up is negligible. Nice sort of velour pocket in there, which I think you've got on this as well, on that side, yeah. And have you got on that on both sides? No, it's not velour in there, it's kind of just normal. And then that's the exact same on that side. Umbrella fits nicely on, I think I've showed that in another picture as well. It just goes on the back there and through and down into this bit. Doesn't interfere with trolleys, which is great. Doesn't compromise how you've got to put on the trolley. The bases are all cut away at the bottom, just like that, so there's plenty of room to get virtually any trolley. In terms of slightly strange things that are going on, unnecessary things, the glove thing. I haven't yet seen anybody that uses this. In fact, I'm going to do it and see what it looks like. So we'll grab a glove. And on this bag, there's 2 of them engineered in. They've thought this is so important to have somewhere to put your glove that we're going to have to do it on both sides. There's no other way around it. So they've gone in here. There you go. There's your glove on. Just put it in your pocket or something like that. I mean, I really don't see what the problem is to have that. There's another one which is not going to get used either. This pen holder. So like a pen with like a nib that you could slide onto your shirt pocket. As long as you got one of them in there, either side. But don't try to put an actual pencil in there because it will go all the way down, you'll never get out again. So that can go in your pocket or into one of these bags here. And anyway, people are using pencils less and less now. You're tapping away on your phone, putting your score in. So little hooks and things like that on the side, everything's fine there. Pockets, totally fine. Way that fits on the trolley, totally fine. Really good waterproof, very good quality, both of them. And then we come to the arrangement of clubs within the bag, which I prepared this one earlier. And this has a full set of clubs in it. So they've designed it to go like that. Now, you can get into quite deep conversations about this, about how you're going to arrange your clubs. And it almost says quite a lot about you as a person, how you arrange your clubs. And some people have got very strong opinions on how things should be set out. And it can, you know, it's an incredibly important thing not to be sniffed at. This arrangement has been designed by Sun Mountain to have your woods down the middle. And that's controversial for a lot of people. So a lot of people that woods have to go up the top, or wherever you think the top is. So that's another issue for debate. And what the front of the bag is as well, if you talk about tour bags. This bit down here, woods, irons all around the side, and putters in there. Don't put your umbrella in there thinking it's an umbrella well. It's not, it's a putter well, because putters are so massive these days that you need a big area for them, otherwise you'd be taking up half the top of the bag. So that's what it looks like there when you see it like that. And actually, I think it looks quite smart like that. It's quite a nice design. You've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down there, and then 9 pitching wedge and all your wedges down there, woods down the middle, and it works. I could see why they've done it. What I would have done is I would have done something like this. I'd be using the bits that were for woods to try and group my irons down like I've always done, sort of in ascending order up this way, which, I mean, I've got 2 in 1 hole there and stuff like that, and you know, it wasn't designed like that. But some people might just feel comfortable with that. I don't, compared to what Sun Mountain are doing. You know, that'd be more the traditional way to do it, I would have said, having woods there and irons down that side. You can still do that. There's plenty of room to do that. So you don't have to stick to the way Sun Mountain have done it. But funnily enough, it is actually quite uniform. You know, and if you've got a bit of OCD about this and you want everything to line up and look absolutely perfect, then this is the bag for you, because actually you can't get it wrong. But that is it, and you know, it looks, as I say, quite neat. They would all sit like that. Don't know how toury that is. Don't know how low handicap that is when you do that. But that's up for debate. You know, I can't say one way or the other there how you feel about that. So all I know is there's more than enough space up the top there. I think I've got a few of the colours that I stock. There are some other slightly funkier colours that they do. They kind of always do this. Sun Mountain. That's the staff cart, and they also do that colour in the Lite. And then there's black and red. I think they do that in the staff cart as well. Black, grey and charcoal. But it's an absolutely top bag. I thoroughly recommend it. I always have done with Sun Mountain. I think they're brilliant bags. They work it all out properly. Sometimes slightly over-engineering some of the stuff with like the pen holders and the glove, but I mean, that doesn't affect it. It doesn't take away anything from the bag. And the main bits that they do, space, quality, fitting on a trolley, lightness, all spot on. Really, really good. So yeah, can't go wrong. Thoroughly recommend them. Just let me know in the comments if you've got any questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Okay, but I'll leave it for now. That's probably enough, and I'll see you in the next review. Thanks very much.